Nigerian election watchdog YIAGA Africa and public accountability advocacy group Enough is Enough have raised an alarm ahead of local government elections slated to take place in Lagos in July. The coalition said the process adopted by the Lagos State Independent Election Commission raises what it described as legal, procedural and transparency concerns which must be immediately reviewed to avoid a wholesale violation of the election laws in Nigeria. In a statement issued on Thursday, the groups highlighted for immediate review violation of section on 103 subsection 3 of the Electoral Act, which states that elections must be held not earlier than 150 days and not later than 30 days before the expiration of the tenure of sitting officials, among other issues. To discuss the issues raised by political stakeholders ahead of the local government elections in Lagos, let's now bring in the national chairman of the Nigeria's Inter-Party Advisory Council, Yusuf Dantalle, as well as chairman of the Action Alliance Party, Kehinde Adebulugbe. Good to have you both on the news tonight. I will start with you, Chairman. Let's look at the issues raised in the letter. They were quite far-reaching. There are allegations of lack of transparency, that the Lagos Independent Election Commission isn't even speaking with those of you, political parties that are directly involved in the process. Is this true?
Good evening.
The question is to the chairman, sir.
Hello?
Chairman of the Inter-Party Advisory Council. My question is for you, Mr. Yusuf.
Yeah, I'm responding already.
All right, go ahead.
I said, yeah, good evening and thank you for having me. The position of Inter-Party Advisory Council of Nigeria has been known, not for now, because if you talk about democracy, you are talking of inclusivity, and at whatever level there is attempt deliberately and or otherwise to exclude any section of society, democracy is injured. What we have in form of local government election across Nigeria is nothing close to minimum standard of democratic practices. It is a mockery of democracy. It is ridiculous. It is not just about what is happening in Lagos today, but what is happening across board, apart from the election conducted at the federal capital level, which is at the FCT area council conducted by EiE. So our position has been clear. The setting up of State Independent Electoral Commission. We are advocating that it should be scrapped and electoral and the local government level should be taken over by EiE. And these things, we are taking it very lightly. We do not know the multiplier negative effect that it has on our socio-economic situations across the board. Local government is supposed to be the government that's closer, the third tier of government which is closer to the people, and it is expected that development ought to be attracted to the people. But ironically, what we have is more coordination of leadership of local government by the governors in power. Okay, for instance, let's take APC for instance. In Kano, the national chairman of APC is from Kano State, His Excellency Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje. NNPP is in charge of Kano today. Is the governor of Kano State is NNPP, product of NNPP. But in the last local government election in Kano, if you do your findings, you know that the chairman of the APC, who just left as the governor of Kano, did not win the councillor in his ward. He didn't win his local government. The current deputy speaker, deputy.
Okay, so I'm trying to.
It is ridiculous. So we have to be serious and be sincere with what we are doing. when we talk about democracy.
Okay, we wanted to establish that. Let's come to you, Kehinde. How is the current LG election timetable at variance with the Electoral Act as you know it, especially regarding the time between the end of tenure of currently serving local government chairmen and councillors, which is due to end on July 27?
Having me. I call this basically like a shotgun wedding, where we are forced to enter a marriage that we are not ready for. The timing is short, and they are not following exactly what the law says. There should be a window of nothing less than 30 days and earlier than 150 days. But they are not following that law at all. So we are rushed into this marriage, and most of us are not even fully prepared. There's a short time for collecting nomination forms. There's a short time to do your primaries. It is so short. And we are complaining, but we are not looking back. We will face this challenge. We cannot be said to be shying away from our responsibilities to the people.
All right, let me interject and ask you, there's also one grave issue, the concealment of a revised LISEC law, reportedly approved on January 9 and signed into law the very next day, empowering LISEC to conduct elections in 57 LG and LCDAs without making it public or accessible to political actors. How could that even be?
Yes, Yes, it was merely done in secrecy. You do not let the public understand what you have amended, and you just put it out there and force it on them. It's called subtle intimidation. You just choke it down our throats and expect us to just go with it. It is a problem. I call it subtle intimidation. They are just pushing us to the wall and saying you must go ahead and do. Look, local government elections and councillorship elections are at the cellular level of our democracy. If we do not get it right, we cannot get the top right, because this is where we touch the lives of the people directly. And if we are not prepared for it, then our politics is in trouble.
Okay, is there any possibility? Let me even go to Yusuf and ask. There's another major legal issue, and that's the status of the 37 local council development areas. And if LISEC has the authority to conduct elections there, after the Supreme Court ruling, what should be the position of LISEC in this matter? And I just wanted to chip that in. Is it possible for LISEC to retrace its step at this hour?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Yusuf, you didn't get my question?
Okay, Yusuf, okay.
In me?
Yes, Yusuf, I called your name when I had the question.
Sorry, what did you say?
Okay, so there's another legal matter, and that has to do with the LCDAs, and if LISEC has the authority to conduct elections, they're taking into a consideration the Supreme Court ruling. What should be, rather, the position of LISEC in this matter?
I do not have the details of the Supreme Court judgment on what I say, so it will be unfair to me to comment on what I don't have the in-depth knowledge about. But my position, which is the position of the party advisory council, about what is happening across board in respect of local government election, that is simple and straightforward.
All right, let's leave that question then and just
it's nothing compared to.
Perhaps you'll be able to respond to this one that I have, and it has to do with the consideration if LISEC would be able to review and revise the electoral date to comply with the Electoral Act 2022. What happens if they don't and insist that the process must go on? Yusuf, I'm staying with you.
I'm not hearing you. It's breaking. My network is having issues.
Okay, Kehinde, did you get my question?
I didn't pick it well. It's also breaking here.
Okay, I'll repeat myself. I'm asking, LISEC is, I mean, everybody's saying that they are flouting the law. Is there a possibility that they will listen and reverse their action, or they insist on going ahead with the process as scheduled for July? What would be your options?
Look, whatever they decide to do, we are standing on one thing. They should be transparent, they should be honest, and they should be collaborative with the political parties. They should let us go ahead and come out, do our elections, and be transparent and fair about it. That is what matters. Look, they have done some stakeholder meetings across Lagos State, which is very good, fantastic, sensitizing the political parties in different areas, which is very good. They should go ahead and pass that message across all local governments and make us have our free and fair elections, starting from monitoring of the primaries to the election day proper. That is what we want.
Yusuf, let me ask you this. There's a lot of concern that it has been expressed and people are talking, but we know that it is Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu that appointed members of the commission. Does it behoove him to get them to respect the mandates that they have signed on? Do you think he will intervene and address some of the concerns that you have? Yusuf, did you get my question? Okay, I think we're having technical, audio challenges. So, Kehinde.
Yes, I'm with you.
Okay, could you take on the question? I'm asking, do you think the governor can intervene in this matter, since he was the one that swore these men people into the commission?
Well, the only thing the governor can do is to give them that mandate to make sure the elections are free and fair, to make sure they monitor elections properly, and they allow our votes to count. You see, we have to have faith in the system. This system that he has built, this system that he has put there, the people he has put there, he should mandate them to do the right thing. That's what we ask for. We are ready to challenge for these positions. We're ready to come out, we're ready to elect, we're ready to do everything.
All right.
But
let's
give us a pure...
All right. The network is really making this conversation tacky. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for speaking with us. We appreciate your time.
Thank you. Thank you.